I'm tired. I had a wide variety of dreams for the last couple of 3 days. I wrote some of them down because I'm trying to interpret some of them. I had to kind of study what certain things meant in some of the dreams. Well, I'm going to just tell you about this one dream. I had prayed before I went to bed, and I was, I wasn't upset. I was just kind of crying, like asking the Most High, am I doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing? Now be the time to ask. I wouldn't want to be wrong when he come back. But anyway, in the dream I had to look up the flower because I didn't know what it was called. But I was holding a Calla Lilly, and I had asked him, what does he think about me, and I asked him, was I doing everything right? And I ended up in a dream with a Calla Lilly, and I kind of looked it up, and it means a lot of different. I kept saying, where have I seen these beautiful flowers from? I know I've seen them in weddings, and then I think I've seen some in funerals, and it did say that. And but in the dream, the flowers still had the roots on the bottom, and they had a bag wrapped around it. And a lady came up to me, and she was telling me how to plant the flower. And a lot of different other stuff was happening in the dream. But and then this is another dream I had, and it had a lot of different meanings, but I'm not going to say the different stuff that happened. But at the end of the dream, my grandma had, I guess, washed all my kids' clothes, and I guess they were little at this time. Plus, I pray for my kids several times a day, every day. Been doing that for the last 3 years too. I'm praying that they wake up, because what mother doesn't want their kids to make it? But I'm not going to stress myself out if they don't wake up. You know what I'm saying? I used to be stressed, but he took that feeling away from me. But anyway, in the dream, I go in the living room, and my kids' clothes were all folded up in different boxes, and they had Bibles laying on top of the boxes. So I'm trying to look up, when I looked it up, what did that mean? Dreaming about a Bible is like a direct message from the Most High. So I got my ears and eyes open as usual. I've really gotten into. I usually am able to interpret dreams pretty well, because some of them are pretty direct. They mean what they are, but I really like dreams because they're kind of like puzzle pieces. Sometimes he'll give me a piece here, a piece there, then I got to put them all together. And I have a lot of dreams that come to pass. I dreamed, this was in 2007, I had this dream, and it was so kind of spooky. But I was walking through a graveyard, and with a woman with scrubs on, and a white man with a black suit on. And we got to the grave spot, and the casket hadn't been lowered in the ground yet, and it was open. And I dropped to the ground and started crying, and I was like, why is my mama dead again when she died in 1975? And I woke up, and it bothered me all year. I'm thinking, what could that mean? Well, in 2008, my grandmother passed away. My grandma raised me. She passed away. And when we got to the gravesite, she was buried in the same spot in my dream. And I flipped out at the graveyard. I took off running. Everybody's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, that's where she was in my dream. So the Most High was telling me my grandma was very past. The grave, she hadn't been lowered in the ground yet, but she was about to pass. So I've had a lot of dreams that come to pass. When I tell you the Most High shows me things, he shows me stuff my enemies are doing. Things that friends that I thought I had, they was not my friends. So these dreams are starting to get kind of I don't know, I'm sure he's proud of me. He said he was. But he thinks I'm a Calla Lily. It is so cute.